Hello, this is Codod. Welcome back. In the last video we have created this homepage, and in this video we are going to create the pages for the login and register. But before doing that we have to fix some things with our homepage. If you click right click and then click inspect and open the responsive design mode, and if you change the dimension of the viewport, you can see that there is a problem with our design. That is because our container has a fixed width of 1024 pixels. So in our index.css, instead of width, use max width. Let's see the result. Now you can actually see that the container takes the available space and a max width of 1024 pixels. Okay, another thing that I want to fix is the margin for these register fields. So let's see, scroll down, let's see, form register, let's say 10 pixels. Okay, this looks much better. Okay, now back to our initial job. We need to create two more files, so login.php and register.php. In our index.php, be sure to add links to this file, so index.php for home and so on. Now copy everything from index.php and paste it in login.php. Now delete this home content div from our main section. Okay, copy this from here and paste it in your register.php. Now back to our login.php. Let's see, change this to login. In our index.php you can actually say for the title home. Okay, now it's time to add the content for our login.php. We need a div right here with a class of art content. Okay, inside this div we need another div with a class of card. We want to create a card, a utility style, utility CSS style that we can use all over our design. So we have a card, a div with a class of, let's see, card header. Here we want to add an h2, let's see, sign in, and then after this div we need another div with a class of card body, and this is where we want to place our login form. So form, we want autocomplete, let's see, off. Now we want form div, so we want a div with a class of form block. This is the default that we want to use always for our forms. Right here we want an input type, let's see, email, name email, placeholder, let's see, email, and a class of form input. Okay, now copy this one from here and paste it below. Now the password, type password, well, email right here, so name password, and for the placeholder password. Now we need another div with a class of form block, and we need a button, type submit. Let's see, we want to give it a class of form, let's see, form button, and say sign in. Okay, now let's go to our login page. This is the default style. Okay, now back to our index.css, scroll at the top of this file. After the default styles, add some comments and say utility. Okay, and now we have our card. Let's see, we want this to take a width of always takes 100%. Okay, we want for this a display of flex. We want flex direction a column. Now the card header. Let's see, back to our login.php. You can actually give this h2 a class of let's see, card title. Back to our index.css. For our card header, we want a border bottom of 1 pixel solid CCC. We want the same for our card, so but this time for a border for all the borders. So 1 pixel solid CCC. We also want the background color of white and a border radius of, let's see, 5 pixels. Now back to our card header. I think let's see, we want a padding top and bottom, let's say 5 pixels, left and right 10 pixels. Let's see the result. Okay, now for the card title, we want a font size of, let's say, 16 pixels. Let's see, more, let's see, 17 pixels. Let's try 25 pixels. Much better. Okay, what's next? Our card body. But of course for our card title, because this is an H2, we want margin bottom actually to 0, so no margin bottom. For our card body, let's see, we want a padding 5 pixel top and bottom and 10 pixels left and right, so basically the same that we use for our header, but we can actually increase the top and bottom. Let's see, 15 pixels. You can actually use 15 pixels for all size. Perfect. Now those form blocks, so let's see, form block, we only want with 100% and margin bottom, let's say 10 pixels. Save and let's see the result. Okay, now for those form input fields, we want width 100%, padding, let's see, padding 7 pixels top and bottom and 10 pixels left and right. We want outline none, border 1 pixel solid CCC. Let's see, we want box shadow RGBA, let's see, 0, 0, 0, 0, then 0 point, let's see, 0.75, and then we want 0 pixels, 1 pixel, 1 pixel, and we want inset. Okay, for the text we want CCC. Let's see the result. So we have form input. Let's look at our login.php. Okay, we have to change this to double underscore. Okay, back to our index.css and let's see the result. Okay, I think the color has to be something darker. Let's try 444. Much better. Let's see, font size 16 pixels. I think it's too much. Let's try 15 pixels. Okay, and we want a border radius of 5 pixels. Perfect. Okay, now it's time to style that button. So let's see, form button. So we have form button. We want a padding of 7 pixels, 10 pixels. So 7 pixels top and bottom, 10 pixels left and right. We want outline none. For the background color, let's see, back to our flat UI. We want this blue border, one pixel, so let's see, 1 pixel solid. And now we want this whiter blue color, we want white. Let's see the result. Okay, we want a border radius of 5 pixels, and we want the font size, let's see, 15 pixels. I think this looks good. Okay, back to our form block, and for the last form block, so we want to use last child, we want margin bottom 0. Perfect. We are done with this login page. We're not quite there because I want to put this in the center. So back, we have to scroll down and add some comments right here. So say login page. In fact, login register styles. Okay. We want to style that auth content. Let's see. I want a max width. Let's see, 500 pixels. Margin top and bottom 0, left and right auto. I think we are done. Can actually increase the margin top, let's say 40 pixels. Much better. Okay, now it's time to create our register.php. We have the file right here. Copy everything from your login.php and paste it in your, let's see, register.php. So remove the HTML content from here and add the one from login.php. Change this to register. Okay, we need one more form block right here, just above this one. We want the username. Let's see, username, and change this to sign up and this to sign up. Save, go back to the browser, and let's go to our register page. Perfect. Well, I think we are done with these 2 pages. Let's see what we are going to do in the next tutorial. Probably we are going to start some refactoring to use a better structure for our files, for our project, and of course for our HTML and PHP code.